Hey, what's up, guys? Man, this video is about your woman not being turned on by you. She's not turned on by you. Whenever I'm out somewhere, grocery store or just anywhere, just in public, right, outside of work, I notice the stares and looks I get from these women, particularly from married women or married women that's in relationships. So, I just get it because you're not masculine. You're not masculine enough. Now, I'm not saying you got to be, you got to be Booker T when he was in WCW or Macho Man, anything like that. But you guys not masculine enough. I get it because I'm seeing, you see stuff, but you see it, but you just don't really pay attention to it. I see how you guys, the manly stuff, the manly stuff, you guys not doing that anymore. When it comes down to changing tires, I don't know the last time I passed up someone that was on the road, a couple that was on the side of the road with a flat tire, and I seen the dude changing the tire. I haven't seen that in so long, and to the point now to where these guys, whether they have, whether they with their lady or not, if they run to a situation like that as far as a flat tire, they don't even change the tire because I hear it all the time, but so many guys don't know how to change a tire. It's to the point to where if they get a flat, instead of them changing the tire because they don't know how to change the tire or they don't care to know how to change the tire, they'll call AAA, they'll call roadside assistance. Now I understand because somebody goes, hey, mate, what if they, in the suit and they gotta go. I understand that, but that's not all the time, bro. These are some regular old dudes, like they going to work or they just going about their day, they caught a flat. They're not in a tuxedo, they're not in some kind of, fancy three-piece suit, they not in none of that, bro. They some regular clothes. So when I see that, I'm like, all right, this is where we're at. Like I say, the women now taking place of the man, and the man is taking place, or the guy is taking place of the woman. So now you see that with the jobs. Now I understand not everybody want to be slamming, breaking up concrete every day. I understand that, but it's like everything you do as a guy, your everyday life, you're not doing anything that requires you to be a man. Matter of fact, you're avoiding everything that requires you to be a man. You don't cut your own grass. You don't wash your own car. You're not moving furniture around. You became a dainty man, whether you realize that or not. You're on the phone like a female. You know how female is. The white guys, they don't see it. They're just going about their life and they're slowly transitioning into that. You guys are shaped funny. You don't do a fucking push-up. You don't, your calorie intake is 1,200 calories a day or less. You eat like a female. You get, you do the same thing females do. You don't want to do anything massive. You don't want to cut no wood, build a tree house. You don't want to do anything that involves you sweating. That's what I'm getting. This whole thing is about. You guys nowadays don't want to do anything that involves sweat. A pump. You want to avoid everything about that. Again, we all know most people, they work. They want to be in the office, bro. They don't want to do any kind of work. They just want to be in the office. That's all they want to do. They don't want to do anything physical. They just want to be in the office. Only thing physical they want to do is run their mouth. That's it. So that's them as a whole. Not all of them. I know you got some white guys out there. They putting up power lines. I get that. But they not doing something like that. What are they doing? You don't never see them working at the warehouse. You probably see them at the warehouse, but they not working at the warehouse. They some kind of supervisor or manager. So that's the kind of job they want. They want to be in the office. That's it. They look down on actual manly jobs. They don't want to do that, bro. They want to be in the office with the females. And it's funny because the females, once they get in the office, the BS they own now, they don't hire no dudes. They don't want none of the dudes to be in the office. They want a number of females. You know how they doing now. If you think I'm lying, look it up. Somebody working in the office, ask the male that works in the office and ask them how the work environment is in the office with the females. And he gonna tell you. So you over here battling for these same positions the females are getting. Everything you do throughout your day is not masculine. You don't even go to the grocery store no more. What you do, you order it. You have somebody, get your groceries for you and bring it home. You don't even bring it inside the house. You pay extra for somebody to bring it inside your house and put it up for you. It's crazy, bro. It's like, damn. So whenever I'm out and about, because you gotta use both of them words, right? And they rhyme. I like that, they rhyme. I noticed that, and I see why, because like you guys not masculine anymore, bro. Y'all just little dainty. You know, you see what they wearing now. They all wearing skinny jeans and tight clothes when they out and about. Am I wrong or am I right? You go to the office, dude wearing some super duper tight sleeves. He wearing tights, bro. It's called what he wearing tights with the tight ass shirt. His hands are fucking baby soft. It's like, damn, bro, you don't do anything fucking masculine. You don't do anything, nothing, bro. He don't clean the chimney, nothing, man. He don't even throw the fucking trash out. If anything, the kids throw trash out. If you got the kids, you got the woman to throw trash out. It's crazy, bro. That's really what it is. Now, the older guys, they still doing their thing, but these newer guys, like fucking 40 and back, I don't know, it's what it is, bro. It's like, it ain't no masculinity in them. They even have these soft ass voices. Like I say, I know not all of them are gay on YouTube. I know every dude, I understand that. But goddamn, bro, every time I watch a fucking YouTube video or a commercial on YouTube, whenever it's a dude, they always got this soft ass voice. I'm like, oh my God, bro, I can't even watch the fucking video. I said, the video was good until I started hearing this dude talk. If you got a dainty ass voice and you a dude, just do a voiceover. This not a voiceover. Just get you just use a voice app to change your voice, bro. Just do that. Get you one of them AI voices. Use that to make your videos. I'm just telling you what it is, because just because you guys been doing it for so long, don't think that everybody appreciates that. Now, if you probably targeted to females in the rainbow community, that's fine. But when you're talking about how to change your alternator, I don't need nobody who sound like a 2-year. You know what I mean? Like, bro, where's the bass in your voice, homie? Like, where's the masculinity in your voice? I'm trying to figure out how to change the damn alternator in an empty parking lot at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you sounding super sweet. So you gotta understand that they always around females, because the stuff that the females do, they doing the same thing. So they just naturally go to the females because, okay, we do the same kind of work, we live the same kind of lifestyle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hang out with them compared to other dudes who want to drink beer and arm wrestle and go fishing, you know, just do manly stuff. They don't do that no more, man. So whenever I go somewhere out and about, it never fails, bro. First of all, the dude always gets uncomfortable. Keep in mind, I'm not around these people. I'm just doing my own thing, but all of a sudden, you just sense it. It's okay, the dude uncomfortable, it gets quiet all of a sudden. Like, wasn't y'all just chit-chatting a few seconds ago? And then all of a sudden, when you're in the area, they both get quiet. So automatically, I know, okay, I already know what this is. Dude uncomfortable, because first of all, he know that his girl is gonna look at me. So he already, insecure about that. And on top of that, as far as a comparison, it's no match. Like I say, I'm not the sweetest person ever. You know what I mean? I'm not the softest person ever, whatever you want to call me. I'm rough around the edges. Y'all know that. If you watch enough of my videos, I'm rough around the edges. So when a female see that, she know that. She like, damn, this dude, okay, all right. This is nice to look at. I'm not just making up shit. I'm telling you the truth. Like, this is nice to look at. And then they gonna look at their boyfriend, and for some reason, their boyfriend or husband is always smaller than them. It's like, but again, those are the soft dudes and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's what they like. It's like them a female that's bigger than them, because guess what? They not gonna be looked at as the man in the relationship. I guess the dominant one. I guess you could say that. So they want a female that's bigger than him. That way, the female, without them telling the female that, okay, you the leader of the relationship. That's why, because I'm like, why are these dudes, like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, it's a whole bunch of these white dudes with these, and they be half the size of their women, they the women they with. It's like, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, I guess the white women ain't secure like that. They all gotta have a 7-foot tall. I don't know, but it's always like that. And then the dude be all little dainty, little fragile little motherfucker. Then the damn white girl, she lift weights on the regular. She like one of them damn, well, not necessarily, she don't like them damn CrossFit girls, but they, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't match. You don't compliment your girl. You don't compliment your wife, because it don't match. It's like, okay, well, she look like she ain't scared to lift up a damn sack of corn. If you go to if you go to Harbor Freight or something like that, or you know what I mean, she ain't afraid to live with no damn sack of corn. But if you look at the dude, like dude ain't touching shit. That's about it. You know what I mean? So when they go shop, they look for two different things. She looking for goddamn shovels and shit like that, water hoses. His ass look for goddamn underwear and scented deodorant. You know what I mean? Like two different. So I'm like, okay, well we all know who run that relationship because we can look at the demographic. You look at the comparison. The dude is small and tiny, and then the woman she a damn Amazon. And I'm like, shit. So obviously when you go out and you see, you know, not every guy think like that, but whenever you go out, first of all, your girl is you know, if a girl is bigger than you, and then you see a guy that's bigger than both of y'all, then automatically you're gonna be like, damn, all right, she might end up looking, yeah, she gonna look at him. She gonna look at all the time. Now, I'm not saying she looking at you because she wants you, nothing like that. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, we got eyes for a reason. So evidently, he gonna catch her attention. And then you insecure because you look at somebody like me, I'm in the fucking hardware store with y'all, but I'm actually getting shit, and you over there, you at the hardware store with her instead of her being at the hardware store with you. So automatically, okay, this dude, he do a lot of work. Yeah, I do a lot of work. Yes, I do. And I ain't ashamed of it. But that's the downside of it. Your ass always stuck in the office, and then you develop this lifestyle to, well, okay, I don't want to do anything. I'll just pay somebody to do it for me. As time go on, you start to strip away your masculinity to the point to where not only do you act like a fucking female, you start to look like one. And then even though your girl's with you, your lady's with you, your wife is with you, she knows that. Y'all not thinking about that. Y'all just going throughout y'all life like, okay, well, all right, well, honey, somebody gotta cut the grass. Okay, I'll get Pedro to cut it. Or, oh, somebody gotta throw out the trash. Oh, I'll get the neighbors to cut it to throw out the trash. Oh, honey, we gotta wash the car. Oh, I'll get somebody to wash the car. You're not doing anything, bro. Oh, we gotta get the gutters clean, and oh, the dishwasher's broke. You don't do, oh, we'll just get somebody to fix it. We'll buy a new one. You don't want to do nothing hands-on with your life. And remember, you ain't lifting no fucking weights. You don't have the proper protein intake. Cause remember, you eating like a female now. You want salads, and you probably get a soup, and then you take a bitch ass to Starbucks and get you a milkshake. Okay, what y'all say? Starbucks been stopped selling coffee, bro. That's over with. At the very beginning, Starbucks was selling coffee. Everything was good, but guess what? It got popular. You know what happens when something's popular? Everybody want to jump on. So you had a whole lot of fatbacks start raiding the Starbucks, and then of course they start complaining because oh, you don't have any chocolate chupa duper milkshakes. You don't have any cinnamon swirl apple pies. So guess what? In order for them to maximize their profit, they're like, hey man, we don't do this. We're not an ice cream parlor, but let's go sell some ice cream. This a little bit. This keep the fatbacks happy. And then guess what? They seen the money coming in. They, oh, we're making even more money selling this to fatbacks. Let's cater to fatbacks. So they stopped selling coffee, and now they're selling milkshakes, ice cream cones, pudding pies, whatever you can find. Everything that's not coffee related. That's just how it works. But anyway, you on that trend. That's all you worry about, more about your wardrobe than you making sure, you change oil. You can't even change your own fucking oil in your vehicle, homie. You don't have no power tools in the garage, nothing. So as time goes on, you're not realizing that. You just think, okay, I'll just pay for everything. As time goes on, bro, you are stripping yourself from your masculinity. Your woman knows that, but she's not gonna say anything. Matter of fact, she knows it, but she's not worried about it. But when she comes across a normal guy, oh man, she gonna get turned on quick. I know that, bro. This is what it is. Now, I don't never act on it because I ain't that kind of guy, but I see it happens all the time. They get to the point where they quiet, or the dude will pull her away. I think I told y'all this plenty of story, but I was at the airport. I was picking up my damn luggage, and I'm going like, I don't know. I'm always moving. Because I'm not there for anything but the sole purpose of me, whatever I gotta do, right? I don't go around just exploring. Like, no, if I gotta go somewhere, hey, I need to go pick up these brakes for my whatever. I'm going there, pick up the brakes, and I'm getting the hell out of there. So I'm always like, hey, get there and get out of there. I'm trying to quick in and out. And on top of that, the airport charges you as parking, so I ain't trying to. Well, once you get your ticket, they already hit you, so you can't avoid that. Like at first it was free. I think the first 30 minutes was free at the beginning, but now they got more money hungry, so now they charge you. So as soon as you go into the the airport, you get your little ticket, your parking ticket, they already charge you. But anyway, I'm just trying to get in, get out, bro. Ain't nothing else for me. It's the airport. Whoop-de-doo. I'm trying to get in, get out. So anyway, I get there, I got my bags, and I'm headed to the elevator. And I'm seeing stuff. I'm just whatever. I'm just trying to just get out of there. So I'm on the way to the elevators. The airport. And all of them got multiple elevators. So there's one little area where they got all the elevators. So I went there. Boom, waiting on my the elevator. All right, elevator. The doors open up. I went in there, and but on the way to the elevator, it's like probably like a good. Like 15 feet before I get to that 15 feet before I actually get to the elevator door. I'm hearing somebody bickering, like they arguing or something. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just trying to get the hell out of here. And then, I make it to the elevator, boom, hit the button, doors open up, like cool. I get in there and it gets louder. You know what I mean? Like they was by me already, right? But it got louder. So I'm like, okay, like now it sounds like it's a emergency now. First I just heard them like little arguing, nothing crazy. But once I got in the elevator, it got like louder. Like I don't know where it just got louder. And I'm like, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just trying to go. And then I see the woman, this little Asian woman, it was an Asian couple, and they wasn't old. They were young. They were like their 30s, late 20s. So they young. They're young. But I see the Asian woman. She reached inside the elevator to get in. I'm like, what the hell? I'm seeing it, but I'm not paying no attention. But no, she literally reached in. She had an arm. She reached in the elevator. She tried to get in, and her boyfriend was yanking her. And he, and then she was, there was, like I say, it got loud. And like instantly, it went from a little normal level of them just arguing, nothing crazy, right? And then all of a sudden, it exploded, got loud like instantly. I'm like, as soon as I walked in the elevator, it got loud. I'm like, what the hell is or whatever? And then I see her arm. She grabbed inside the elevator trying to get in. Her boyfriend literally yanked her, with both hands. He yanked her from getting inside the elevator. And I'm like, all right. And I'm seeing it, but I'm just trying to get out of there. So I'm all right. I gotta get on the floor number, whatever. I hit the number, the level to get on, to go. And I'm like, as I was going up, and I'm like, all right. I see when I left the elevator, I'm like, okay. So it started the process, right? 'Cause you seeing it, you're hearing it, whatever. But it hadn't fully processed. So the moment I got off the elevator, it fully processed. I'm like, oh, I see what that was about. She wanted to get in the elevator with me, but her boyfriend didn't want her to do that. Now, granted, she wasn't gonna do nothing. She just, what I mean? You know how it is. Like they call it, we guys call it eye candy. This you looking at it, but you don't want to, you don't want to touch none of that. You just want to see it. It's good to look at. So she just wanted to get on the elevator with me. But that's what they was arguing about, because she was like, oh, whatever, they speaking in their own language. And her boyfriend was telling, oh, no, pretty much, I don't know what they were saying, but I understand, I get what they were saying, because you figured all of it out. So, okay, she's trying to get on the elevator. She said she wanted to get on the elevator with me, but her boyfriend didn't want her to do that. So that's why when I got on the elevator, she got more excited, and she started really yelling, and she really wanted to, she wasn't worried about what he was saying. She just wanted to get on the elevator with me. So he went on here, he literally grabbed her, bro. Like damn, he kidnapped her. Pretty much he grabbed her on her arm and her shoulder and just yanked her off the elevator. And then that was it. So I'm like, okay, that's what that was. She just wanted to, she just wanted to be on the elevator. This would be up close with nothing crazy. Like, it ain't nothing perverted. It'd be like that. Women, like I say, I tell you guys all the time, she gonna make it easy for you, bro. I'm telling you this right now. But you do have women, like I say, that's because they looking at you, they give you a comment. They don't mean they want you to, they ask for you to bend them over. It's not always like that. They just want to be in your presence. They just want to look at you. So I'm used to that. They whatever, you know what I mean. But when that happened, I'm like, oh shit, she wanted to get an elevator with me or whatever. But her boyfriend. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I say, they both Asian. We all know that all Asians. You have Yao Ming, which is like one in a trillion or whatever the fuck. That's like once in a lifetime type of situation. They do have some tall Chinese guys there. I get that, but we all know as Asians, the Asian community, majority of them, all of them are short. All of them just small, not just necessarily short, but all of them are small people. We all know that. So it's nothing that her boyfriend or husband can do about that. So I understand that. Now, I'm not bragging about that. That does happen. I just don't like the situation that they put because they normally, they always with their boyfriend, like whoever they is, their boyfriend or their husband. They always with them when they do that. So I feel bad for the husband, the boyfriend, because I know they can't do anything about their looks to change it, right? You looking at a fucking big ass tall black guy, at the end of the day, that's what they're gonna look at me. I'm fucking Creole, but it don't. At the end of the day, the world gonna see me as a big old tall black guy. That's what it is. Light skin, whatever the fuck, whatever they want to put on top. But at the end of the day, it's how they gonna sum me up. So a tiny Asian guy, he can't do nothing about that. No matter how much money he has in the world, he cannot transform himself to look like me. He cannot transform himself to have my height, to have my muscle. He can't do that, bro. That's reality. So that's why whenever I see that, I automatically leave the area. Now you got some knuckleheads that try to, I'm trying to hold it. No, bro. That's how you get killed. That's how you get killed. But when stuff like that happens, I always leave the area, bro, because I don't want to. You put me in a situation to where now it's conflict in your relationship, and that happens so much. That's why I just stay away from it. That's why I do, man. I don't never entertain nothing like that because I don't want a guy to feel. Because at the end of the day, that not all of them, but they're gonna feel insecure or not. Whether I'm there or not. This is what it is. But I'm not gonna add on to the problem, right? So that's just somebody being wise. Like if you're in a situation like that and you see a girl, she acting crazy and she obviously with her boyfriend, don't entertain it, bro. Just walk away. Just walk away because you ain't gonna do nothing to make the situation worse. Now you got some guys like, I'm trying to. That's cool, bro. But at the end of the day, you don't put yourself in a bad situation. Now I understand that happens and some guys just take the chick, she a hoe, bro. That's really what it is. Because you can compliment a guy. You can look at a guy without embarrassing your boyfriend or your husband. You can do that. But you got some females that just, when you really want something, that's a different story. You know what I mean? Like that ain't nothing that was like, okay, I want to go on this ride. You get on the ride. Okay, that was great. No, when you really want something, you're gonna act out on it. I've seen it so many times. I told you guys before when we went to a charity event and we parted. It was a community center. It was a community center. I ain't never been over there. That's the first time I've been over there, but it was a community center. There's a parking lot, and then they had all signs everywhere. Somebody don't park here, told. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I ain't trying to get told, man. Like, they don't give you no ticket. They gonna tow your ass. I'm like, shit, the ticket, I don't want either one, but let alone I don't want to get told. So we parked the female, matter of fact, it's the ugly one I was telling you guys about, the one where both her parents passed away. So I'm with her, and I'm like, man, I know this the place, but I don't know if we can just park anywhere. So I said, anyway, we parked. I said, I'll just ask somebody shit. Like, I'll just ask somebody, we just get out. We got the car, we parked, and I seen this chick. She a dyke, bro. Like, if you know, she a dyke. She had the, they always look like they dressing like from the 90s. This is, I don't know what it is with them, but they always dress like they in the 90s still. So anyway, she's clearly a dyke, and she's tall, skinny, black female. So we parked, and she got, she was already in front of us. I said, hey, miss, I don't want to bother you, but can we park over here? And she, I'm watching her as we, before I asked her the question, she walked, got a big old wide, broad shoulder stands, like she act like she big, but like them guys that be at the gym, and they just big, and she was walking like that, like she just some big, I'm like, skinny, string being ass girl. But anyway, so I asked her, hey, miss, I don't want to bother you, but can we park here? She turned around, and she had the mad dog look and stuff, and as soon as she seen me, she got all soft and jelly, like, I'm like, what the fuck is, so I'm like, look at this. So cause she walks, she like stomping and shit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, I was like, I'm gonna ask her, cause ain't nobody, she the only one here. I'm gonna ask her, cause, whatever. So she's stomping in, you know what I mean? And soon I asked her, she turned around, she had the mad dog look. And then soon as she seen me, she got all soft and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, she had a factory reset. She's like, yeah, you can park right there. She had like, you know what I'm saying? She had a high pitch, a regular female voice, bro, like a high pitched female. She ain't had that dyke like the way she was acting at first. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, obviously the guys she be around, apparently they don't, she not attracted to them or something. But all of a sudden, when I asked her a question, complete stranger, she got all girly on me and stuff. I'm like, all right, but I mean, well, it is what it is. But that's why I don't never take them serious. Like I say, it's always. You always see the big, linebacker looking ass dykes, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the ones who still look gorgeous and stuff like that, they just pretend. I tell you guys all the time, bro, they just pretending, man. Ain't no damn dyke that's wearing panties and the bra and perfume and damn and makeup and nah, that's a fake dyke, bro. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, What the hell I was talking about? But yeah, like the lady at the Chinese couple. So of course, you know, I'm flattered, but I don't never entertain it. The best thing for you to do in that situation is just leave the area. So again, with the soft dudes or whatever, when y'all with these women and y'all go out in public where regular dudes be at, she gonna look. She gonna feel a certain type of way when she see these dudes, man. Like, no women like guys. You do, I mean, understand this. You do have a large group, percentage of women who like dudes who work, who like dudes who actually be out there, you know, busting up their knuckles, coming back home sweating and dirty and shit like that, spunky. Like, no, they like dudes who be drinking beer and, you know what I mean, like, be a little rough with the kids. They like a manly man. Like, you got some females nowadays, they want them soft boys, but you have a lot of women, like I said, a large percentage of women who like manly men. So if you over there just pushing paperwork all day and you go home and you ain't doing shit, it's like you're not doing it. Like, there's nothing wrong working in the office, but if you're not doing nothing to offset that, then you're gonna adapt that environment to where you just you know, a soft dude. To the point where if y'all do get a flat tire and y'all in a hurry, instead you calling AAA, somebody gotta change tire, and guess what? You don't know how to change tire, and guess what? Your girl, she gonna wanna do it. And now she fully demasculates your ass. So that's when times like that happen, that's when she gonna really let you know how she feel about you. You got that woman on the side of the fucking road, in the damn, whatever it was, super hot or super cold, changing tire, and your dumb ass on the phone. I see that all the time, bro. Whenever I see a couple with a flat tire on the side of the road, it's always the female changing tire, and guess what? The dude is right next to her on the phone. There you go. So I'm just telling you guys right now, like, again, I don't expect y'all to look like me, and I'm not saying that. I understand certain things you just can't change, right? So at the end of the day, she gonna look regardless, right? It don't matter. We have eyes for a reason, but it should never be to the point to where she make it obvious to where she looking at you or she want to be by you on the same aisle and like that. Like this, the best thing you can do is just avoid that, bro. You don't want them problems. Just leave it alone. I know some, especially if you know, I can't even say young and dumb, because you got a lot of old and dumb dudes out there too, because they think that shit cool. Like, oh yeah, man. No, bro. You're not, nah, bro. Nah, you don't do that, bro. You're just a loser, homie. Don't do that. Have some respect for yourself and have respect for your fellow man. That's all I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you right now, if it's easy for somebody to take your girl, she's just a hoe, bro, at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, somebody else just took on your problem. That's all it is. I know a lot of you guys be real desperate because you really want a girl. I understand that, so you do stuff to try to make it seem like you some big tough guy, or you try to, you know, pay your way, you know, you try to pay for her love or attention. It never works out, bro. At the end of the day, you gonna lose. It's just a matter of time. So never put yourself in that position where you always trying to convince her, you always trying to fight for her to be with you, or don't do that, bro. She gotta like you for you. She has to like you for you, man. I'm trying to tell you, if you do that, your life won't be so stressful. Never go through life trying to convince a female to be with you. She gotta like you off rip. That's all I'm saying, man. So yeah, but I get that a lot, but it's just that time at the airport, that was like, she was real aggressive with it. But like I say, I mean, the dude, you know, obviously he didn't want her around me, but I mean, hey, like I say, if a female really wants something, she gonna let you know. She gonna go above and beyond, bro. She ain't gonna hide it. So that ain't the first time, ain't gonna be the last, but just saying, like, the best thing you can do is be comfortable in your masculinity. But a lot of guys now, they don't want to be masculine. They don't even have it. They don't even know what it is to be masculine. They think being masculine is always paying for something. It's like, no, bro. Like, and that's why a lot of y'all ain't getting sex at home. Like I said, a lot of times when y'all get married or when y'all have kids, she stopped giving you unlimited blowjobs. She stopped letting you bend over on the regular. Now you got to schedule a sex session with her, and then when you do schedule, she go, oh, I'm tired. I just did too many hours at work. Next time, she blow you off. So that's the downside of not being masculine, because she not turned on by you, bro. Like, that's really what it is. Not every female have a sex, I guess a decent sex drive. Then you got someone who has a high sex drive, and you have someone who have a low sex drive to where they cool with just getting sex once a year. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand that when you meet these females, of course you're not gonna ask her on the first date, bro. Don't do all that. You know, if she did some around the way chick, you already know. You should know that if you got experience with women. But when you meet these females, at some point in time, you need to ask them questions, bro. Don't be assuming that, okay, yeah, man, we're gonna get down 3 times a day, 6 days a week. Nah, because I've been with a female before. She's all right. I'm like, you not used to getting knocked down multiple times a day? It wasn't every day, but I'm like, hey, man, you got to put out 10 times a week. That's just what that is. That's standard. And she ain't no shit, but of course, she never had a boyfriend. Like, she only had a dude come through there and whatever, and they got tired of it. They left her ass alone or whatever. So she always had these weird ass situations with dudes. It was never consistent. So when I came around, I told her, hey, man, you got to be on this and that. It's whatever. I got to let you go. So that's what it is. You ain't got to be married to him. You ain't got to be in a relationship. If y'all hanging out, you got to let her know that. That's just what it is. Like I say, if I'm hanging out with a female, like if it ain't no strings attached, we just, what they say, Netflix and chilling or whatever. No, that goes what I was saying. But if I got to bring it up to you, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm not one of those like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to tell you, like, hey, Playboy, listen, this is the schedule, you know what I mean? So, you got to be available at this time and this time, Monday through Friday. That's what it is. I don't care what you guys call it. I don't care what you want to call it. I'm just telling you how I get down. I'm telling you, nah, we ain't doing that once every blue moon sex. No. This is the norm. This is on the regular. It's like taking a shower. It's like brushing your teeth. You know what I mean? You might miss a day here and there, but for the most part, you gotta be consistent with this. That's all it is to it. So again, that happens a lot. But I understand, because whenever I'm out and about, these dudes will literally pull a girl away from they'll change lane, they'll change aisles, or the guy will go another direction if we about to cross paths, because they know what they woman want, they know what they woman likes. Because if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't be grabbing at her, trying to get her to turn around or go this way or go that way. They would never do that. But that lets me know that they know what they woman likes, what she finds attractive. It's a dead giveaway, because they can't hide it, bro. Because every time they see that, they do everything they can to try to get her to avoid seeing the guy, or being in the same area as the guy, or talking to the guy. If she asks you a question, they be quick to run right behind her and try to hurry up and end the conversation. Yeah, that's really what it is. Or if they not really close together, they kind of just walking whatever, and they see, and he see the guy, he automatically want to grab her hand and start walking with her. I see that happens all the time. That's why I ain't tripping, because I'm used to seeing that. But the best thing for you to do is be a masculine man, bro. That would help. Other than that, it's like nothing's foolproof, right? But you can't be doing all these dainty ass things throughout your life, and all of a sudden when a masculine guy comes around, you feel intimidated. If you was masculine too, you wouldn't worry about it. That's how I know these guys. That's how they coming out now, bro. They coming out PG-13. It ain't nothing hard about them. So that's on them. But I see that now. It's like, y'all not even seeing what y'all doing to yourselves. Y'all demasculate yourselves on the regular. So anyway, if you guys experience this, if you agree with this video or not, let me know down below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You put something in the cash up, I appreciate you, man. Until next time.